Alex Corney, you make a living out of making reviews for movies. Today, you saw a bad movie.
Saw. You get it?
When it comes your turn to rate this movie, you will give it a 10 out of 10. If you do not, the chains around your neck will eliminate the need for a neck. I don't know. I didn't think the forehead. Either way, you will rate this movie a 10. So, Alex, ask yourself, do you want to play a game?
No. No.
3, 2, 1. What's up, guys? My name is Damien.
My name's Kyle.
I'm Alex. And we are Our Mind Center, baby. And thank you guys so much for joining us on our first ever Halloween spooktacular special, baby. Boo, boo. Time to get scared. We're bringing you another movie review, guys, on this wonderful, wonderful indoor, gorgeous weather Halloween. And we saw a movie. Alex, what was it?
We saw Jigsaw, which is the which installment?
Eighth?
It's the 8th installment in the Saw series. It is a gore porn movie about another set of people.
We can't say that, okay?
Can we?
Yeah, we can say it. Just say it. It's Halloween.
It is the 8th installment of the Saw movies, and it's a bunch of people are stuck in a room and have to do crazy stuff to get themselves released from crazy contraptions.
For sure, that is the plot of this movie and the 7 other ones that came before it. That being said, however, I don't like putting the first one in this pool of other gore porn movies like all these really have been, because say what you will about all these movies, who they're marketed towards or like what their plots are, whether they're convoluted or not. I think the first one is a great movie. I think the twist at the end is incredible. The music, the way it's directed, the grittiness is awesome. Then you get the second one, then you get the third one, then you get the fourth one, the fifth one, sixth one, seventh one, and by now, what do you do? What story do you make up to keep making these? And I tell you what, they try their hardest to give you a good reason why this movie exists. And I think across the board, we will tell you that it's not a good reason, not at all.
Yeah, it was about like an 8th movie in a series. That's what it felt like. I've only seen two of them previous to Jigsaw.
Saw movies.
Yeah. Two. I've seen the first one and I think the third one.
Mm-hmm. The third, yeah, you like
the third one. But none of them are the first one, especially not this one.
I like the mouth stuff.
My lip is itching. My lip is itching.
So herpes is a viral infection which often affects around the mouth area, which is known as orolabial herpes, or indeed around the genital area, which is known as anogenital herpes.
You guys know me. I don't like horror films, and this is the worst one we've seen. I think by far. I really was unhappy with this, and we'll talk about that, and I'll explain.
Good.
So this movie picks up 7 years after 7, which I haven't even seen. It gets to a point where there's too many and you don't care anymore. And I didn't care, but I was also kind of, hey, maybe this is the one where they go back. Maybe this is the one where they hit their stride again. They give you what you loved in the first one, or hell, maybe what you like, period. And I think for the fans who are still fans of this franchise, even after everything, if you are still a fan, you're probably going to like this movie because the traps are still there, the gore is still there, and everything that people have come to expect, and, that also can be a negative, it's all here, but it's all redundant stuff. It is stuff that we've seen before. The traps are new and exciting. I said in the car, I would be lying if I said that the traps weren't intriguing, and I wasn't excited whenever I got to see a new one. And the people in those traps, surprisingly, I kind of cared about for the most part. Not in the grand scheme of things, but for the most part, I cared about the people who were in these traps. It's everything else. It's when they cut away from the traps and those characters that is just not interesting in the slightest.
The first trap is a very, very cool trap. It is a really, really good idea, but I don't like where the trap is. I don't like how it looks in there because it does not follow the criteria that all of the Saw movies follow.
Yeah.
And then after that, like they try to go back to it, but it's just not the same. It's not as dirty.
Kyle likes it dirty.
I like the dirty locations.
It was weird because this one just felt like it was trying to be a lighter movie because all the colors were popping more and I don't know. I felt weird about it kind of the whole time. The direction I don't think was impressive. I mean, it was just it felt like another movie that people just pump out to make money because the Saw series does make money every time they put a movie out.
I mean, here we are.
And so they just pumped out another one. There's maybe one or two parts that I appreciated the writing and thought that it was a good trap and or just a good idea in general. The rest of it was just bad.
Yeah.
I didn't like it.
But then when you get to the ending, where is what Saw movies are known for, they do the dun 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 dun. And they do the revelations that the character's having, and then they throw the twist at you. Everything up until that, I was kind of like, they might know what they're doing here. But then at the end, when they give you the cliche Saw montage of who did what and who the characters are, it's too serious. And you're like, your movie is not near as good as you think it is for this reveal at the end. Not at all. And it's just a bummer.
Yeah, I mean, even in the movie, there's a couple characters, because this is 7 years after all the stuff that happened in the old ones was the Jigsaw character, the Jigsaw killer.
Yeah.
They know about it. Everybody in this world knows about the Jigsaw killer. And there's a couple characters like, ooh, maybe it's the Jigsaw killer coming back. Ooh. And it's like, that's weird.
But what do you guys say we rate this, by the way?
Yeah.
There's not a lot of good to say about this movie. However, if you are still a fan of this franchise and what it's become, you're probably going to enjoy this movie. The traps are there. They're interesting. The people in them are kind of intriguing, and you kind of want them to die, and you kind of don't. But that is where this movie stops for me, giving me what I want as a moviegoer. But because it is a Saw movie, and because that's kind of why you're going, there is some pluses there for sure. I think I'm going to be kind to this movie. Not in a way I'm going to regret, not like a Kingsman. I'm going to wake up in the morning and be like, no, I hated that movie. Why did I rate that so high? Insert clip of me rating it high. I regret that decision, but this time I will not do that. I feel comfortable giving this movie a 6. Just 6. Just like the movie is unoriginal, my rating is also going to be unoriginal. 6 Saws out of 10. This movie is a bore.
The traps are pretty cool. They're pretty interesting. The gore it's pretty good.
Yeah.
You will make the whole face of like cringe and you can't look because it's gross, and they did a great job with that. But that's it. But other than that, I didn't like the movie. It was pretty lame. I have like hardly any good things to say about the movie, and all of the bad things that I would have to say about the movie are just self-explanatory.
Yeah.
And they're givens, so I don't need to say them. I will rate this movie 5 motorcycles out of 10.
You guys know me. I don't like horror films. I did not like this movie really at all. There was a couple parts that I had fun with, I guess. Like the ideas of it, we talked about afterwards, and that was kind of cool. But I think this movie is complex in nature. Like, the things that happen are all over the place, but it's not an intelligent script. I don't think that it took a lot of time for them to get this from paper to film. This feels just thrown together to get the money that they were expecting out of it. And so I'm gonna give it I'm gonna give it a 3. I'm gonna give it a 3 lasers
Out of 10.
out of 10.
But, guys, this review might have been very, very down and very, very like, bleh, just like the movie. However, this is a perfect example of us spending money so you do not have to. Because right now, what I will say, do not go see this movie.
No.
It is not worth your money, and it's not worth your time. But we are your neighborhood heroes, because we unfortunately had to sit that. Yeah, I know. I was gonna say friendly neighborhood, but I was like too on the nose. But here I am. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. And if you haven't yet, subscribe and leave a like on the video and comment if you like our costumes or you don't know who one of us is.
What are you gonna be for Halloween?
Ooh, that's a good
What
one.
are you
Yeah.
gonna be for Halloween?
Anyways, guys, do anything to this video that you want. And so you do not forget, my name is Damien.
I'm Kyle.
And I'm Alex.
We are our Mind Center, and until next time, guys.
I'm trying to be a hot dog.
I hate you, you piece of shit.
Ah!
I hope you eat a f***ing dick and then choke on that big, big... It's okay?